A Sacramento man is looking to inspire others through his own incredible story.
Cody took the Caravan to Roseville this morning. He's live hearing the story of strength and resilience. Hi, Cody.
Oh my goodness, it's quite a story. This is Robert. Robert, say hi to the folks at home.
Hey, folks at home.
Hi, Robert.
Okay, so let's break this down.
Yeah.
Your story is incredible.
You're
playing rugby. You're over at USC.
UC Berkeley, way better.
UC Berkeley. I'm
Way
sorry,
better.
UC Berkeley. Yeah. Ooh, that was bad.
Yeah.
You're at Berkeley. You're playing rugby.
Yeah.
One of the best rugby programs in the country. You're killing it. You're
Yep.
doing great. Playing in the championships. What happened?
So I'm competing in what's called a maul, which is one of the big guys. We group up in a single unit. We're pushing forward. Guy puts me in an illegal headlock though. So chin is pinned down to my chest and another player chops you down by my legs. I start going down and he's driving me by my head. I can't get my head up. So essentially top of my head hits the ground, but my body keeps going forward.
Oh.
My forehead went to my chest. I was paralyzed from the neck down in that moment.
And you knew something bad was going down.
Immediately. So I played football before rugby. I'd broken a lot of bones. I knew what it felt like. And this one was in my neck, and I just had pins and needles everywhere from about my collarbone down, and I couldn't move anything. So my thoughts are just going wild.
Yeah. And you're 20.
Yeah.
20 years old, young guy, athletes, and all of a sudden this happens. This happens. They rush in, and they take you to the hospital. And then what was said to you at the hospital? What was your early diagnosis?
Bad news. So my doctor comes in, bad look on his face. He says, Robert, you'll never walk again. You'll never move your hands. You'll be lucky if you can feed yourself, if you even survive. He recommended a spinal fusion surgery to me, which had inherent risk. I was recommended I go into the surgery, but I might not wake up, and I had an hour to make a choice.
An hour to make a choice.
Yeah.
And then something amazing happened.
Yeah.
You had somebody from Jesuit come in.
Yeah, so my faith is really important to me, and Jesuit was a big factor in that. So I call my spiritual director, and I essentially want to get a priest over to give me my last rites. Like, that's what's going on in this moment. But the spiritual director, he gives me this advice that's just carried me ever since. And he said, Robert, throughout this journey, there's going to be a lot of things that you can't control, but the one thing you can always control is your mindset. So your positivity, your ambition, that fighter spirit, that's up to you. This injury can't take that away from you. So it gave me something that I could really focus on.
Yeah. Okay, so now you're in the hospital. You come out of your surgery. Thank goodness you came out of the surgery.
Yeah.
And then the journey begins.
Yeah.
You can't move your arms. You can't move your legs. You're quadriplegic.
Yeah.
At this point.
Totally paralyzed, and I really had to fight for my life. I had pneumonia, but I couldn't cough. My diaphragm's mostly paralyzed, right? So we had my mom slamming down on my chest, nurses, respiratory therapists, just trying to keep me breathing, and I couldn't eat. I don't know if you ever got one of those COVID tests where they tickle your brain.
Yeah.
Well, I had to put a tube that went up my nose, down into my stomach, like that times 100, right? But I needed to go through that period, and I made it. I survived.
And in your head, were you hearing that piece of advice that they gave you the whole time?
And over and over again. That, like, there's so much I can't control right now, but I can control my mindset. I'm going to keep moving forward. But I had so many people there with me too who just like kept lifting me up, kept moving me forward.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Tell them about the first time you started feeling like a little tingle in your fingers. What was that like?
Oh, my
your
goodness.
toes.
Yeah, so it was Father's Day actually in 2017, and I would do this exercise where I would just try to move every muscle group in my body. I went down to my toes. I'm looking at these things, and it's just like a flicker in my pinky toe. I'm like, pinch me, I'm dreaming, right? This isn't real. And like, I do it again. And I'm like bawling. I'm calling everybody and their mother to watch me wiggle these nasty cleat feet, looking toes all yellowed out and everything. Like one of the biggest moments of my life, just wiggling a toe.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. Okay, tonight you're doing a talk. You're talking about the book and everything. Where
I will. Over at Jesuit High School, the Barry Gymnasium over there, starting at 6 and going about till 8 o'clock. So I'm so excited. It'll be my only public book signing in Sacramento that I've scheduled right now. So
yeah, definitely go hear him talk. He's got some stuff to tell you. In this book, we're going to talk about the book coming up. He's going to show you how his journey can help you get over some things that are paralyzing, maybe not like this, but in your head. They're stopping you from moving forward. So that's coming up. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Back to you guys in the studio.
Man, that is
unbelievable.
Great.
Yeah.
Because as you know, I don't always have the greatest attitude about things.
Same.
That is good
brother.
to hear.
His
Thank you, Cody.
spirit is exceptional. Thanks, Cody.
Hey, welcome back to Cody's Caravan. We're in Roseville today. We're talking with Robert Paylor about his journey, and you told me the most incredible thing. You went through this, broke your neck playing rugby, had to relearn everything, how to eat, how to do everything. But you say that you wouldn't change any of this.
I wouldn't. So it's amazing. So I went from complete quadriplegic, just like couldn't move anything, to where I can walk 500 yards now. I'm talking like an Italian here, move my hands everywhere, like this amazing journey. But it's being able to share this story with others that makes it all worth it. Where I'm talking to people who are like, I'm going through stage 4 cancer. I just lost a son or daughter or a spouse. You're helping me get through this. And I'm like, how could I possibly wish that away? Like, do I want to get out of this wheelchair one day and walk again? Heck yeah, I work at that every day. But do I wish this never happened? No.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's powerful, brother.
Yeah.
That is powerful. Okay, so some of the things that you've learned going through this journey, you put in this book.
Yes.
There's probably somebody at home right now that's struggling, and they're watching this right now. What would you tell them to get over being paralyzed, maybe mentally over something, or going through something in their life?
So there's a lot, and each chapter in this book is a tool that's helped me. So there's 15 of them, but for one that I'd love to share today is perspective, and it's this phrase I use called compared to what. So I'll be like, I'm really tired, but compared to what? Or there's a lot that I'm going through right now, but compared to what? There's so much I can do. There's so much I do have. So when I think you really look outside yourself to the struggles of others and have that strong empathy, it doesn't dismiss your challenges. I think that's unhealthy, but it puts it into perspective. And I think we all could do more than that.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You will be speaking tonight at Jesuit.
That's right.
What time, where, and all that stuff?
Yeah, 6 o'clock, Jesuit High School at the basketball gym over there. Gonna give my talk, gonna sign some books. It's the only Sacramento book signing that I have right now. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Awesome. Make sure you go there tonight. You had a moment. You met this lovely girl.
Yeah.
You guys and you guys fell in love, and then you get married. And if you guys would be so kind to show this video, and maybe grab some tissues, tell them about this, brother.
It was so incredible. So we get married, and of course, like in this whole rehab journey, one of my big goals is I want to stand up for my wedding, and I want to stand up for that first dance. And I remember that moment when, we said our vows, we're all married up here, and we got to have that special moment with our family and our friends. I got up on my 2 feet. I stood there with my bride. I gave her a little kiss on the cheek and all that good stuff. I mean, it's one of the happiest moments of my life. When I'm having a bad day, I go back to that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I would look at that video all the time. Matter of fact, I was like, when you showed me the video, I was like, I started crying then.
Oh, yeah.
Please, if you're going through something right now, your book, where can they find it?
Amazon, Barnes & Noble. I did an audiobook as well, which I narrated myself. So kind of anywhere online retailers are, you can find Paralyzed to Powerful.
Fantastic, fantastic. You're doing speaking engagements all over the place?
Yeah, it's my full-time job now. So I go around, I share my story, talk about overcoming what paralyzes us on that mental, emotional level. So I'm so lucky to do it. I love it.
Man, you're really helping people.
Yeah,
I'm so
lucky to do it. Thank you,
so
Cody.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. All right, back to you guys in the studio. You can do it. You can do it, people.
Those wedding pictures.
Right?
A lump in my
Get
throat.
you right there.
Yeah.
I know.
5 minutes with that.
I know.
Your whole life changes. Just the perspective. Love
Exactly.
it.
Thank you, Code.